One ecosystem, you know them. We not frightened for nobody, but we respect everybody, and we better than everybody. So we will run with anybody. No fear, no better than we. No kind, no better than we. Step on me one and say, one ecosystem to the world you say. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not talking. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not bag of lip chasing. Aye.
Welcome to Beyond 2021. Good night.
Good night. Everyone, welcome one and all to Beyond 2021 28th edition. And this evening, we'll be discussing about beyond the budget, what are its implications for us within our ecosystem. So ladies and gentlemen, pull up a chair, call a friend, call a neighbor, tell them the show Beyond 2021 is on once again this evening. And we have in studio our lovely guests, Mrs. Samlalsigh and Mr. Cliffe Samlalsigh and Derwayne Cadiz. Welcome, gentlemen and ladies. How are you all?
We awesome. At least I could talk for myself. Doing good.
All right.
The budget ain't gonna break my stride. It ain't gonna
Excellent. Mr. Cadiz?
Yes, sir.
Yes, how are you, sir?
I am fine, thank you. Planning, implementing, forging forward in the midst of the pandemic, I'd say.
Yes. And before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to express our condolences to one of our colleagues, one of our network partners, Mr. Keston Pierre, on the passing of his beloved brother. We express sincere condolences and we pray that God give him comfort, God give him grace and peace to endure what he's going through right now. He and his family, we are so saddened by his loss of his brother.
Yes.
So without any further ado, we want to continue with our program. We're going to jump right into Beyond the Budget. What say you, my dear brothers and sisters?
Well, I know Mr. Samlalsigh has a lot to say, so I'm going to yield for him this evening. And of course, I'm just going to play a supportive role here.
Okay. Well, easy finance man this evening.
Yes.
Well, I want to say something. Tonight, I don't want to talk too much about figures because, budget is normally about figures. All right? So the thing is that, of course, there's an area in the budget which speaks about digital transformation and digital development of our economy.
Yes.
But before I get to that area, a few days ago, I heard a teacher sharing with her primary school students about the budget and what is the budget and so on. And she was trying to make it simple as possible. Follow me now, please. Follow us in. And she was saying to the students the difference between revenue and expenditure. Right now, of course, to these primary school students, that's big words. And she was saying, when it came to expenditure, and this is what piqued my interest. She was saying in expenditure, that is where the government spends its money on services that could benefit the people. I'm going to say it again because it sounds nice.
Yes,
that is where expenditure is where the government spends its money for services that would benefit the people. And she went on to give examples, for instance, like for instance, when you go to the General Hospital of Mount Hope and that kind of thing, and you don't have to pay. Why? Because the government spent its money into so that you can get free service.
Right.
When you apply for HTC home, you pay at a reduced price because the government has spent its money so that we, the persons who own these homes, can get it at a more affordable price, right? So it's a nice statement.
It sounds nice.
Right, it sounds nice. That is so true. You know why I say it sounds nice? Because that is the psyche that most of us citizens go away with. Let me tell you why. The first part of the statement is totally wrong. The government spends its money. People
spends our money.
People of my Twin Island Republic, the government has no money of its own.
Correct.
Every dollar that is spent is our money. Every money that the government says it spends and we are not seeing benefits, it is our money that they are using. But very often, when they come and they dangle that we fix the roads or we build a road, so you see what we did for the people, or we put up pipe-borne water in this area that never get. It is our money that was used for that purpose. So please bear that in mind. That's the first thing.
My first question is, how come it's our money?
How come it's our money?
Yeah, they would want to know why you would say it's our money.
Because all the monies that the government acquires is through taxation and through revenue that for goods that have come in to the country.
Important.
We the citizens import. We the citizens import. We the citizens know, not the government.
Right.
The government is a drain where the taxation is concerned. You know why? The government show you they don't pay taxes on vehicles. That the government, the opposition, once you're into politics, they don't pay taxes. So they don't have any hand in that money that is theirs. We the payers, we the people. And taxation is not only, by the way, when you're sending in time for April 30th, right? Taxes is when you go to the grocery, right? Taxes is when you go to the pump and you're meeting the tax. Yeah. So wherever you are, once you are paying for an item within the country, and most of the times there's a tax attached to it, so that is where the government gets its revenue from.
Thank you. Thank you for that clarity. So our listening audience can hear and understand where you're coming from.
All right. When you're coming to okay, so the barrels of oil that they get, because of course we are oil-driven economy, right? No, that is different. That is still not the government who put money to pump money there. It is our money that was used to install rigs, right? To access it. It is not their money, it's ours. So please bear that in mind. Yes. Secondly, the second point I want to make, and I want people to understand something, and this is a point we need to understand. Every year, since I know myself, my government delivers a budget with a deficit. It means now that you have more expenses than revenue. I think this year, the deficit was about 9.1 billion or something like that.
Yes.
Last year was a certain number of billions. Every year you go back, you can see where the expenses are more than the revenue. If you were to go to the bank, saying you have a small business, and you present that to the bank, they will laugh you out of there. All right? Secondly, understand something. Once you have a deficit, it means now that is money that has to be repaid over time. Who you feel repaying that?
We need to stop there because that's a lot of questions and a lot of answers to come. Join the conversation. We need to put a pin in it and take a break at this point in time. But please join the conversation. Call 715-4522 and come and talk with us. Let's hear your choice. Let's hear your feelings. Talk to you in a while.
And God said, let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light.
Welcome to the Antediluvian Nature Center of Life Extension and Health Recovery. Coming from the Garden of Eden, the Antediluvian Nature Center brings to you breakthrough medicines and anti-aging technologies for all ailments and diseases in the body. Stretching from ancient past to our modern times, we bring to you all the natural therapies, solar therapy, hydrotherapy, song therapy, aromatherapy, nutritional therapies, naturopathic treatments, and homeopathic remedies, as we create opportunities of hope and celebrate longevity. And remember, the healing is from God.
Good day all, my name is King James, part of the One Life Network Caribbean team. If you have no knowledge of what is cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, I'm inviting you to get started with this concept. It is $1,610 TT for you to participate in a financial curriculum that will help shape your world and your future, but better and greater than that. In our curriculum, there's no school that teaches our children about finance. This is a unique opportunity for you to get involved in practical and theory. You need the best of both worlds. The theory we offer allows you to participate in the practical. Position yourself strategically. Get a starter package from one of your local IMAs, somewhere near to you, some cousin, friend, uncle, some loved one. Do not hold back yourself from getting started with our organization. One life for more life. One Academy. Join the financial revolution. Do you know? What am I speaking about? Do you know what is cryptocurrency? Do you know what is blockchain technology? Are you aware of what we currently face on a regular basis with quantitative easing, fractional reserve lending? Do you know? I am inviting you to come out of the financial darkness and into financial light. The only way for us to achieve that is with education. And one particular type of education is what I'm speaking about. I'm asking you to join the One Academy. It is a financial revolution of teaching regarding introduction to finance, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, helping you understand the world of money and what is money. What is money? Money is simple. It is what we agree upon to exchange for goods and services. If you want full comprehension, join the One Academy.
So much stimulating conversation.
I want to understand about that unborn generation, Dwayne. What you're saying?
So we're talking about deficit
so share that with our audience. And please come and talk with us. Come and call now. Find out what is happening. Join the conversation. Join the conversation. 1-868-715-4522. Join the conversation this evening. Okay, we're talking about the budget.
Deficit spending, right? Deficit spending is simply our.
Okay.
Yeah, so deficit spending is our current generation reaching into the future and spending the money of the unborn, right? And it happens to the detriment of that society that hasn't reached on the face of the earth yet, because we are actually spending their value. We are actually creating debt that they didn't create, something that they are going to be born into and inherit, and probably bring an entire generation to as well, because we know that people naturally procreate, you know, whether time's hard or not. That is one of the simple pleasures that the Creator gave us. And so we would capitulate and we would have offspring. But what are we bringing our offspring into? If we are a society that spends the value of the unborn, makes bad decisions, and leave them holding that bag or leaving them in that perpetual hole that they have to fill. So Donna, that is the answer to the question that you posed.
Yeah, boy. So profound, so deep. But we have some things, still have some more things to share. So let's continue the conversation.
I remember watching National Geographic some time back, and they were featuring different indigenous tribes. And one of the tribes, I can't remember the name now in Africa, the African continent. When a child is born, you have a lot of crying and wailing. And when the person dies, they celebrate.
Yes.
Now, it might seem harsh, but isn't that what we do even in our culture? Because when I say so, part of it, for instance, in go where for a week, there's a lot of drumming, there's have more food there in that kind of funeral and merriment, you know, a lot of drinking and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
People coming together, and you talk a lot about how the person was and so on. But what I'm saying in that particular African tribe, what they're saying is that the hardship that our babies coming here to face, right? That is why they're crying. Now, just what Dwayne was saying, when your country is racking up deficit after deficit, that is not a balance that is just going to stay in the air. It has to be paid for over time. We here, hard-headed and seasoned. We are leaving those children and the unborn, as Dwayne said, to inherit that debt. So that is what they're going to be facing and paying. So they are going to be paying for our sins. Understand that. They're paying for our sins of racking up debts. And that is harsh. Benyo, so you hear all of that. I want to share something too. We're talking digital. I don't want to get away from the topic. I listened to the minister talk, and in his budget, applaud the minister for mentioning the digital transformation that he wants to move forward with. So for instance, he made comments, and I just quoted him, right? I just took little extracts. The minister had said that it starts by where many people now prefer electronic transactions. So that is why they want to go the way of electronics. So he's saying many persons now have shown the preference for electronic transactions. My question is, if that is so, Minister, and I agree with you on that, you know, why then the emphasis of wanting to print new dollar bills and forcing people to replace all the old dollar bills to have new dollar bills when you are stating the obvious, where many persons are showing a preference and are leaning towards electronic transactions? It's mind-boggling. It doesn't make sense to me. The minister then says, again in a statement, we must now become a supplier of digital goods and services. The minister also says, we as a small nation can become a leader. It only takes one digital product or service to create that momentum shift. Those are nice things. Those are the things that we have been advocating.
But can I ask a question? We can become a leader when the world is already leading out in this in so many different countries.
All right.
Where digital things are happening all over the world. It's not a case of people's preference. It is the way the world is going. Somebody needs to send a wake-up call.
All right, before you go there, that is this year. So the minister is saying that they have some ways they want to move forward because they believe this is the way. And they are leaning, he also said they're leaning on Estonia to get the necessary skills to be able to build this platform for us to move forward in, right? And he's talking about things such as digital ID cards, identity, those kinds of things. Now, just now, I want to take you back to last year's budget. This is what the minister also said. This is his comments from last year's budget. We are now convinced that going forward, our developmental model must be anchored on the newly emerging digital economy. No, he said that last year. We have little to show for it since that time.
That's right.
He could probably say, listen, the pandemic has stalled the plans and we can't deny it. All I'm saying is that we have seen a number of broken or stalled promises in the past. We are not so sure now that this is genuine where they want to move forward to. And I am saying, because for instance, he's saying he wants to introduce digital wallets. We have been here stating in our shows, we want our people to come on board and understand what it is like to open a digital wallet with us.
Because he wants a digital wallet where it's the money or digital money controlled still by the government.
Yeah, Cliff.
And those things.
I just want to jump. Yeah, I just want to jump in here, right? I don't personally think that the government is sincere when they talk about digital revolution or digital economy. Because, I mean, if they're bureaucrats, they're technocrats, they're people who are in the know, those people that study and advise the government. I mean, when you do the analysis and the research, you'll see all over the world, digital currencies and the digitalization process, cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology is on the move at a rapid pace. I think this government, they are following more what they call dictates from a hidden plan, so to speak. This thing just comes and ties in straight smack with the vaccination passports and vaccination IDs and so on. We approached the government about the digital revolution. We approached the government and they said, and this wasn't too long ago, that we're not ready for that yet. So are they serious? Are they really serious? Why it is that Trinidad and Tobago have to be so slow and so liturgical to adaptation of this digital revolution and this digital economy? We are backward. We are liturgic. We are involved in too much bacchanal and corruption. I'm talking plain this evening. When you look at the budget, as Cliff, you rightly said, we are presenting a budget that is at a deficit, right? We are putting out, expending more than we are earning. And our country and our citizens are being further entrapped and further enslaved. Because as you said, the unborn and future generations have to pay back these lending agencies. You have education receiving a large part of the pie of this budget. How much is it? I think 6 billion something. And national security coming after. Agriculture is very low. Housing is very low. The people are suffering. We are spending millions and billions of dollars on vaccines that are causing severe adverse reactions all over the world, including Trinidad and Tobago. Why don't we take that money and put it into manufacturing? Why don't we take that money and put it into agriculture? You claim you care about the people and so on, you care about the people, but you're following international standards and international mandates and dictates, and you're not really responding to the cry of the people. You're not really consulting with the people. They just, you know, they come up with these figures and so on. They extrapolate and they put it upon the people, and they will liaise with the 1%ers, the chambers of commerce and the supermarket association. But the average person on the ground, does he have a say into this economy? Does he have a say to exactly where he's sitting and so on? They're not really considering that. So I think this budget needs much to be appreciated. And as the opposition leader said, I'm sorry to go there, but it's not a really good budget, right? We need to put more money and more resources into manufacturing where we can earn foreign exchange. And not only that, we need to set up systems for blockchain. I think the Attorney General Ministry and also transportation. I'm not too sure. I think that they are on a blockchain, but we should have been way advanced. There are a lot of high-tech persons in Trinidad, people graduating from the various universities that we have, who know about blockchain, who know about cryptocurrency. We should already have our own coin. Why didn't they adopt?
Brother Noel?
Why didn't they adopt? Why didn't they adopt one coin?
Yeah, that's right, but we need to put a pin in it. It's time for our next break. So let's come talk with us, join us, be part of this conversation. Let's find out what's happening in the world around us. See you in a while.
Get started now. Get started with your One Academy package. Get started with your starter package. It's only $1,600 TT. Get your financial education from the One Academy. Although it's a beginner package, the information you're going to get from your One Academy starter package, you would have more knowledge than 90% of the world's population on finance for just $1,600 TT. Let's create a revolution. Let's spread the epidemic of our One Academy, One Life. Get it today.
Good day all, my name is King James, part of the One Life Network Caribbean team. If you have no knowledge of what is cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, I'm inviting you to get started with this concept. It is $1,610 TT for you to participate in a financial curriculum that will help shape your world and your future, but better and greater than that. In our curriculum, there's no school that teaches our children about finance. This is a unique opportunity for you to get involved in practical and theory. You need the best of both worlds. The theory we offer allows you to participate in the practical. Position yourself strategically. Get a starter package from one of your local IMAs, somewhere near to you, some cousin, friend, uncle, some loved one. Do not hold back yourself from getting started with our organization. One Life for More Life, One Academy. Join the financial revolution.
This is Full 100, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then get Full 100. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
Welcome.
We are in.
Welcome back.
Again, conversation taking place in and out, off and on. Let's go. So we're talking conversation. Because you wanted to make a point. You were making a point?
Oh, but listen, some of the conversation that we have in off here, it had to be censored. So we can't say everything. All right. I heard what Brother Noel. First of all, I remember I saw a comment where one person had said, the coin that we offer is the best thing ever, something like that. And another person said that losers are jealous of our project. I I was just wondering about that because it could have some merit. I was looking at CoinMarketCap, for instance, which is the largest exchange of cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
Do you know, as of this week, CoinMarketCap has over 12,000 cryptocurrencies listed?
Hmm.
You want to say 12,000?
Wow.
Right? So, and it have listen, and we are not one of those coins because we are not on an exchange. We prefer to have usability. We prefer where the only exchange we want to provide is where you have goods and services rather than raise any cost of the money that you're paying for our coin. Right? That's the difference it does. But I wanted to go further or to amplify what Brother Noel was saying. He was talking about, listen, we don't know if the government really serious or if they're sincere about this thing. I wouldn't say that because then you might be saying, if you're saying that they're not serious or sincere, then you say they're lying. And I can't say that they're lying. Next thing, the commissioner of police come looking for me for saying that the government lying. I can't say that. So don't say Cliff Samlalsigh say so, right? What I would say, however, is that if I had my way, and I want people to hear what I'm saying now, if the government was really serious, showing me that it's serious about digital transformation, I would then ask the government, since you say you're serious, show me and the rest of the citizens how serious you are by placing various departments that you have under your portfolio and have it blockchain based. Why is that important? Well, for instance, blockchain is what you would call, that uses what you call triple entry accounting. Triple entry accounting doesn't only take up the two parties that involved in the transaction, right? Because for an accounting transaction to take place, they must have two parties. But it also, the blockchain now would reflect a third party. That's why you say you call it triple entry accounting. The third party is we the public. We the public can be like, you're like in a cinema. You're watching everything that is going on. So you could follow the transaction. So when this government presents a budget and they say, listen, this is the revenue we expect to get. And you heard, I think it was Brother Noel talking about the various departments that they say they're going to spend the money in. During this year coming, we can look back on the blockchain and see just how much money is being spent in those areas. We don't have to wait for the government to come and tell us at the end of 2022 how much is spent. We can verify this from the blockchain. So we are actually, the blockchain is doing on a run-the-mill audit, which we could witness. So when the government say that they have received this amount of money from outside, we can see what they're doing with this money. So when people come and say that, oh, the government is engaging, not Cliff Samlalsigh saying it, no, it's other people. Cliff Samlalsigh don't say that. When they say the government probably getting into under the table handshakes for deals, the blockchain will show that you all are not into that. The blockchain will show that Cliff Samlalsigh didn't say that because he believes in the government. They're sincere and they're upfront. But it's only the blockchain will prove that. Right now, too many citizens don't feel that the government has integrity because they point to too many different areas. The blockchain will set you free, Mr. and Mrs. Government. This is what I'm trying to say. So if the government wanted to show me that they're serious about providing a transformation, provide blockchain-based operations in it. Show me where through, show me because of blockchain, whereby you would not have overlapping of ministries. So duties performed by one would not take place in another. So that you don't have excess expenditure, right? Sorry?
And goes down.
Well, so the ghost gang thing, that's right. So show me when we send money outside there to Haiti, right, in times of a crisis, and we send out monies in times of as a hurricane fund to other countries. that we, the citizens, could track how our money is being spent right here on the blockchain. Citizens, they all understand how important this blockchain is. This would lift the confidence level of any government who is ruling the country. This would make us feel good about ourselves because we can then hold our heads up high and say, we are full of integrity. The blockchain, not only we can see, but anybody can have recourse to it and see just what we're talking about. So people, you all understand why we're talking about blockchain for so many editions. Brother Noel, I think it's 27 or 28 tonight. Because we want to set the country free. That's what we have been talking about. So we have come with a project since way back to show you how we could set your financial lives free. We are showing you that blockchain operations can set the country free. I'll give all you a mouthful. If anybody wants to jump in, feel free.
I know Dwayne wants to say something. Looking like hatred.
Minnesota spoke about digital marketplace, something that we pioneered since 2018. Trinidad and Tobago hosted the Expo here at the Hilton Hotel, in case you were under a rock at that time. And we showed the nations of the world how to do digital business, how to barter. We had persons coming in, international persons. I was one of the persons who was spearheading transportation aspect of the Expo, bringing people to and from the hotel, organizing for them to go on tours right here in Trinidad and Tobago. So I can tell you, first-hand experience, that we are pioneers in the digital marketplace. Our very producer tonight, Sunlight Studios, they were given the responsibility of creating that online image and imagery for the Expo. A lot of the footage that we see in our advertising created by Sunlight Studios. So they are already pioneers in that area. So the minister could very well look at our network globally to show you how it's supposed to be done. And this is why we've been coming here. This is why we are at Expo 28. Because we're trying to show you guys where this thing is going and why you need to get on board now. This is why we call Sarah at 744-5503 to get more information about our program. And if something in the program stood out to you, you can interact with us at 715-4522. Because we know that you like seeing us from week to week, but we think that the interaction is really going to stimulate a lot more learning. Because we're not just here for entertainment, we're here to educate. Let's say you better know.
Yep.
Yes.
That's true. And you know, I feel sorry for the government, but Mr. Rowley and Dr. Terence Dial-Singh, Mr. Terence Dial-Singh, because a lot of people are against the vaccines because they're saying what they feel it have in it and what they don't have in it and what it, you know something, people? If we have a blockchain-based operations, when food supplies and the groceries come in, you could check any food item you pick up off the counter or off the shelf and verify where it comes from, the processes that's taken to reach to the grocery. So people who are very health conscious, they know exactly what's in that tin or that bottle, right? The same way with the vaccines now. If that can work for food, then you now could verify based on the vaccine that you have been asked to take. You can have recourse to a blockchain and then say, listen, I can now track to see just what that happened. So the government now don't have to take a beating for it.
And look at what Hamza is saying. He says one ecosystem is a new technological advancement. I mean, we are here, we knew. And we are aware of the way the world is going. I keep asking this because I'm wondering if I'm alone.
So, and I am saying now, if any government is either against the blockchain or having blockchain operations or stolen blockchain operations, as I have suggested, then they want to, and they do not want to have everything above board. I am sorry, this is how it is because the blockchain is going to expose total transparency. Yeah. And if you are sitting down on it then it suggests to me that there is a reason why you don't want to have everything transparent. And then I now going to have to side with the other people who criticize the government. I don't criticize the government, right? Because I know they're working hard and all they're trying the best for us people. But I'm trying to just put a little spoke inside and say, try the blockchain, you're going to bring over the naysayers, right? That is what.
Yeah, Cliff.
Yes, sir.
Right now, they're developing a system, a digitalized system, to monitor those who are vaccinated, right? And I'm saying it is so convenient now because of the mass vaccination campaign and the vaccinate to operate, vaccinate to educate, and so on, right? So they are unrolling certain aspects of it, but I'm saying they're moving too slow. They're lethargic with it, and there's a kind of monopoly and control, and there's a lack of consultation. And really and truly, what is needed as an injection, really into the economy, is that digital economy. They need to really move it that more rapid. You know, they need to engage the public. They need to get the universities on board. That's how they will do the sequencing.
Right, Brother Noel. I see we have a time out. When I come back, I will say something about that.
Right.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Keep it going. Join the conversation.
Yeah.
Do you know what am I speaking about? Do you know what is cryptocurrency? Do you know what is blockchain technology? Are you aware of what we currently face on a regular basis with quantitative easing, fractional reserve lending? Do you know? I am inviting you to come out of the financial darkness and into financial light. The only way for us to achieve that is with education. And one particular type of education is what I'm speaking about. I'm asking you to join the One Academy. It is a financial revolution of teaching regarding introduction to finance, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, helping you understand the world of money and what is money. What is money? Money is simple. It is what we agree upon to exchange for goods and services. If you want full comprehension, join the One Academy.
Welcome to the Antediluvian Nature Center of Life Extension and Health. Coming from the Garden of Eden, the Antediluvian Nature Center brings to you breakthrough medicines and anti-aging technologies for all ailments and diseases in the body, nutritional therapies, naturopathic treatments, as we create opportunities of hope and celebrate longevity. And remember, the healing is from God.
Good day all, my name is King James, part of the One Life Network Caribbean team. If you have no knowledge of what is cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, I'm inviting you to get started. It is $1,610 TT for you to participate in a finance that will help shape your world and your future. But better and greater than that, in our curriculum, there's no school that teaches our children about finance. This is a unique opportunity for you to get involved in practical and theory. You need the best of both worlds. The theory we offer allows you to participate in the practical. Position yourself strategically. Get a starter package from one of your local IMAs, somewhere near to you, some cousin, friend, uncle, some loved one. Do not hold back yourself from getting started with our organization. One Life for More Life, One Academy. Join the financial revolution.
Tax Taxis don't like Uber,
And
hotels don't like
we
Airbnb,
are
bookstores
back.
don't like Amazon, cinemas don't like Netflix, banks don't like Bitcoins. Every innovation which has power to disrupt is disliked in the beginning. But we all know that people who understand and are willing to take the risk at the right time in the future technology, they are the ones who are often rewarded in life. The best time to invest in the technology was yesterday. The second best time is today. Invest and be willing to take the risk today.
I love that video. I love it with a passion. Because not everybody is, the people out there not aware of what he's saying, and it's a real statement he's made in innovation. Times are changing, things are happening, and people are still wondering what just passed. I mean, we have to wake up. The world is going on, we are going on next, something's wrong with that. But if you wanted to make a point, he was talking about the true break. A strong point with what Brother Noel was saying.
Yeah, Brother Noel had said that whether the government is sincere and so on about going through digitizing the economy and being the leaders. I understand why Brother Noel would say something like that, because in this budget, these are the words of the finance minister. In record time, we have set up the TT travel pass solution and TT vaccination appointment system. That is through digitizing. So it shows me when it is convenient to impose their will, they can find a way.
That's my point. That's my point.
They have declared that in record time. Those were his words in the budget, right? I'm saying it on right here, so you guys can quote me. You can go back and see what I'm saying. It is right there in the budget. He's saying in record time that they did it, and I am then saying, okay, in record time you were able to implement that when it was not expected. How come you're making statements from last year's budget and you're dragging your feet?
Exactly. Yeah.
It is a choice they are making to have it like that, where they can still control. The people who are in politics, who are in power, want to control your spending. They want to control how you live. They want to control what you eat, I mean, people get real. You go to the supermarket and get it talking about price changing. That is control. That is what control is all about.
Mr. Finance Minister trying to be in your corner, you know, the others of them ganging up on me, but you ain't making a strong case for yourself.
Once you're educated, once you become educated, you cannot be controlled. And listen, let's face it, the government is not here to empower people. They say so. They say so. But your actions always have to line up with the words. I love you, but I keep on hurting you. I keep on doing wrong things to you. That's just not love. Right? There's a classic example, the fruit. He said the fruit. You know them by the fruit. So if their words are not lining up with their actions, then something is definitely wrong. And we've been telling the public for months now, listen, yes, finance is changing. The finance minister about billions, right? Well, there's something beyond billions, there are trillions. And there are trillions of dollars that take place in terms of international trade, regional trade, and domestic trade on a daily basis. And the only way that you can get involved and benefit from those dollars is to position yourself in business, whether as an individual or as a registered entity. Our organization gives you that opportunity to participate. In China, we have big organizations, financial organizations like Art Finance and Tencent, who are utilizing digital currency and administering it across that geography. And people are satisfied with using the digital technology to procure goods and services. We are saying that our organization is global. So whereas those two organizations I mentioned, they are dedicated to the Chinese market, we are global. So think about it. Global adoption of payment system, a system where a customer can find a business owner and both winners and everybody is happy. No exchange change, go loss of value, appreciating value over time, so you're buying power. So what happens is your lifestyle gets better and better and better with time. They don't have to worry about healthcare, they don't have to worry about pension. It's built in success. One life, one academy, and one.
Yes.
You know, I want to ask, I wonder if our the man behind the camera, if he could pull up a video there, because if he could, why I say so, I want persons to understand why it's so important. We started off the program talking about the deficit that the government keep building up. And they often say, when you have a program like this, most persons only remember the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes. So I want to suggest that since we into our final 10 minutes of the program, maybe we could include that video. I want to ask if he is ready, if he can put it in, and it's about 2.5 minutes. Listen to it, right? Listen to it. And then we just say a few words after, because most likely in the middle of what we have been talking, you all would have, according to the people, the analysts, you all would not have been following us. So given us the last 10 minutes, then that would register. Well, I don't know if we have it. If we could run the video.
Secretary Yellen is warning that if Congress doesn't raise the debt limit by October 18th, that there'll be a financial crisis, a calamity, as she calls it. Is this what you think will trigger this October crash?
Well, I think it's already been triggered, personally. The S&P 500 is really the S&P 7, and it's being held up by Treasury Secretary Yellen and Powell. So there's no correlation between the economy and what Yellen and Powell are doing. Now, I'll say one more thing, is that I'm a little strange in that I like crashes. So this next crash is going to be really, really good, but it'll bring down gold, silver, Bitcoin, stocks. But the good news is a crash is a good time to get rich. So that's why I'm optimistic, and I'm very optimistic on gold, silver, and Bitcoin, not on stocks.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is now warning that the nation could hit the debt limit by October 18th.
You have just 20 days to either raise this or suspend the debt ceiling. And if you don't do that, America could face an economic crisis.
Now, those comments come after the Senate yesterday failed to advance a bill that would have continued to fund the government through December 3rd and raise the debt ceiling through December 2022.
What setbacks will a default on debt cost American households?
Well, I think it would be catastrophic for the economy and for individual families. It would be disastrous for the American economy, for global financial markets, and for millions of families and workers whose financial security would be jeopardized by delayed payments. Nearly 50 million seniors could stop receiving Social Security payments or see them delayed. Our troops would not know when they would get their next paycheck. We have 30 million families who rely on the monthly child tax credit, and they would not receive that relief, at least on time.
The big
Right, so I don't know if that, I remember some people telling me, Cliff, but you're only trying to instill fear-mongering. Well, I'm not trying to instill no fear-mongering, I am sharing information. This is by Robert Kiyosaki. You have people like Mike Maloney, Peter Schiff, Leonard Zhang. All these are noted persons, all right, of repute, who are pointed in the same way saying a crash is heading our way. Robert Kiyosaki and a number of persons saying it could happen this month. Yes, this month, October, all right? it doesn't matter whether it happens or not this month. All we are saying, by the way, is that the indicators are pointing that it is coming. We are showing you that we have an opportunity by coming on board. Come on board, yeah, what we have, right? Because if you did not react to what we have been talking and begging you guys in terms of being rational and listen to you, maybe you react to what you have just heard, that video. Maybe it would steer you into action to realize that, hey, something is happening, and why that came about? Because of the constant building up of debt. The same thing that our government is doing is the same thing that the American government has been doing, right? It is coming because when digital economies are built, that is all the governments know. So guess what? When they put in their own digital economy, what do you think will be happening? They will be just building debt through the same digital economy. That's what they know. Blockchain now is going to cause people to desist from that. It's a different thing. Anybody want to say anything there? Because our time is about to wrap up. Right?
Yes. I'm saying, Trinidad, we have to really pay attention to what is happening in the digital space. You know, we hear talk of electricity going to increase. We heard the minister, Marvin Gonzalez, talking about Tech. You know, they're looking into it. WASA also. We have transportation increasing. You know, your salary is not increasing. So we have to learn to be prudent, manage our money well, and get involved with blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. Position yourself early in the game, people. You know, my closing remarks is for people to call serially. Numbers are on the screen. Get involved. Position yourself. Be a pioneer and do something, for God's sake. Yes.
Taking care of your family.
And look at what you're doing with your money, putting it in a more stable condition. So people, we are saying, join us next week. Back.
Yes.
Okay.
So guys, take care.
See you all next week.
Okay.
Once out.
Yeah. All right. And hope we see you next week.
One ecosystem, you know them. We not frightened for nobody, but we respect everybody, and we better than everybody. So we will run with anybody. No fear, no better than we. No kind, no better than we. Step on me one and say, one ecosystem to the world you say. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not talking. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not bag of chasing. Aye.